Hey everyone, and welcome back. So have you ever stopped and thought about what your job might look like in 5 years,
Wow,
10
it's
years?
changing so fast.
Yeah, it really is. And today we're going to unpack something that's changing the future of work faster than almost anything else.
Why?
Artificial intelligence.
AI is everywhere.
It really is. And don't worry, we're not here to freak you out with the whole robot takeover thing, but to really break down what's actually happening.
Yeah.
For this deep dive, you shared a really interesting blog post with me. Will AI and automation impact on jobs?
Uh-huh.
By Shreyan Mehta, founder of Asambhav Solutions. They're all about AI solutions, so
Oh, good.
let's see what they have to say. And this isn't just a tech deep dive. This is about you.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the skills you'll need to thrive, the opportunities that AI is going to unlock,
Yeah.
and how the entire economic landscape might shift because of it. One thing that really caught my eye right off the bat
Mm-hmm.
was the blog's focus on how AI is already reshaping entire industries, like healthcare.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having AI working alongside doctors?
That's already happening.
It is. Analyzing medical images to catch things human eyes might miss.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of how AI just excels at handling massive amounts of data
Right.
and spotting those patterns. Humans just can't do that at the same scale.
No, we can't.
And this isn't just limited to healthcare, though. We're seeing this trend across the board: manufacturing, finance, even creative fields.
Wow.
Repetitive tasks are being automated, which, that's the key. That frees up humans for more strategic, creative work.
Okay, so some jobs will definitely change. But what about this whole idea of robots taking over entirely? I mean,
I
the
know.
blog mentions this McKinsey report predicting tons of NW jobs by 2030,
Hmm.
but also acknowledges that some jobs will be lost.
Right.
So it's kind of like a mixed bag, isn't it?
It is. It is a mixed bag, and it's important to understand that the impact of AI won't be evenly distributed across all industries.
Oh.
So, for example, while manufacturing might see job losses due to automation,
Right.
healthcare and education are projected to see significant growth. And this is where things get really interesting. The demand for AI specialists like data analysts and AI programmers is about to explode.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And get this, the blog even mentions human-machine teaming managers. I know, that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It does, doesn't it?
Perfect.
But it really speaks volumes about where we're headed.
Mm-hmm.
In the future of work, it won't be about humans versus machines. It'll be about humans and the machines working together.
Or working together.
Yeah, and to manage these hybrid teams, we'll need people who understand both the technical side of AI and the nuances of human collaboration.
So it's not just about learning to code, it's
Right.
about developing those uniquely human skills. Critical thinking, creativity, complex problem solving.
Yeah.
Those are the things robots can't replicate, right?
Absolutely. Those skills will be in even higher demand as AI takes over those routine tasks. Think about it. AI can process information lightning fast, but it's not so great at things like empathy, intuition, or coming up with truly innovative solutions.
Well, yeah.
That's where humans will always have the edge.
That actually makes me feel a bit better about the whole AI thing. It's
Yeah.
not about being replaced, it's about adapting and learning to work alongside these new tools.
I think so too.
So how do we prepare for this AI-powered future? What can we do today to make sure we're ready for tomorrow?
Well, the blog lays out a few key strategies, and they all revolve around being proactive. First, reskilling and upskilling are crucial. If you're in a field that's likely to be heavily impacted by automation,
Mm-hmm.
consider taking courses in areas like data analytics or machine learning.
So it's not just about learning new technical skills,
Right.
it's about adapting our existing skill set to this new reality.
Exactly. And it's not just about individuals either. The blog also dives into the broader economic impact of AI, highlighting its potential to boost productivity and drive economic growth.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a flip side to that coin, a potential widening of the wealth gap
Oh.
if those who can't adapt are left behind.
So it sounds like we need to be thinking about this on a societal level as well.
Yes, definitely.
What are your thoughts on this, especially in light of what the blog is saying?
Well, the blog emphasizes the importance of policies that ensure a more equitable distribution of AI's benefits. Things like investing in education and training programs to help people transition to new roles.
Right.
Or creating social safety nets to support those who might be displaced. It's about making sure everyone has a chance to benefit from the AI revolution, not just a select few.
Now that we have a better grasp of AI's impact on individual jobs and the overall economy,
Yeah.
Let's move on to something even bigger.
Let's talk ethics.
Yes. The blog briefly mentions this, but let's dive a little deeper.
Okay.
We need to be aware of the potential for bias in AI algorithms.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For example, if an AI system is trained on biased data, it can perpetuate those biases, leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes.
Right, and that's a huge concern.
It is. It's like that saying, garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah?
But instead of garbage, we're talking about real-world consequences for people's lives.
Exactly. We need to be thoughtful about how we develop and deploy AI systems, ensuring they are designed and used ethically.
So it's not just about the technology itself, it's about the human choices we make in how we use it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to be having these conversations now
Right.
before AI becomes even more integrated into our lives.
Well, this has been quite a deep dive already.
Yeah.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
I know.
We've covered a lot of ground, from the specific ways AI is changing jobs to its potential impact on the economy and the ethical considerations we need to be aware of.
And we've still got more to explore. Let's move on to some real-world examples of AI in action. I think you'll find them fascinating.
I'm all ears. Let's see what this AI revolution looks like in practice.
So let's get out of the theoretical and actually look at how AI is being used today.
Yeah, let's see it in action.
The blog gives a great example in healthcare.
Okay.
Think about AI algorithms analyzing medical images,
Right.
helping doctors diagnose diseases earlier and more accurately.
It's like having an extra set of superpowered eyes scanning for things even the most experienced doctor might miss.
Exactly. And it's not just about detection. AI can sift through mountains of data, a patient's genetic makeup, medical history, lifestyle, to tailor treatments in a way that was never possible before.
Wow.
This level of personalization is going to be huge in medicine.
It's almost like having a custom-made health plan created just for you by an AI that knows you better than you know yourself.
That's not far off. And this is just one example. The blog also talks about AI being used in finance to catch fraudsters,
Oh, wow.
in manufacturing to streamline production,
Right.
and even in customer service to provide more personalized support.
So it sounds like AI is quietly revolutionizing industries all around us. It's not just a futuristic concept anymore. It's here and now.
It absolutely is. And as the technology keeps advancing, we can only imagine the innovative applications we'll see in the years to come. It's exciting and a little bit mind-boggling
Right.
all at the same time.
So with all this AI happening all around us,
Yeah.
how do we, as individuals, make sure we're not left behind?
Mm-hmm.
What are those must-have skills to thrive in this AI-powered world?
This is where the blog gets really practical. It's not just about becoming a coding whiz,
Okay.
though those skills are definitely in demand. It's about developing what the author calls uniquely human skills.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What exactly makes these skills so uniquely human?
Think about what AI struggles with. It can crunch numbers
Right.
and learn patterns,
Huh?
but it can't replicate human creativity, critical thinking, or complex problem solving. Those skills require intuition, empathy, and that spark of ingenuity that makes us human.
Yeah. So as AI takes over the more routine,
Yeah.
data-driven tasks,
Right.
these human skills become even more valuable.
They do.
It's not about competing with AI, it's about complementing it.
Precisely. We each bring something unique to the table. AI brings the raw processing power, and humans bring the insights, the creativity, and the ability to navigate the nuances of human interaction.
So how do we sharpen these uniquely human skills? Are we talking about some kind of futuristic brain training program?
Well, maybe someday. But for now, the blog offers some down-to-earth advice.
Okay.
First, it stresses the importance of lifelong learning.
Yeah.
The skills we need today might be different tomorrow.
Right.
So staying curious and adaptable is key.
Makes sense.
This could involve taking courses, attending workshops,
Sure.
or even just exploring new topics through reading and online resources.
So it's about constantly feeding our minds and expanding our skill set.
Ah.
Never stop learning.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to experiment. The blog encourages us to actually try out different AI tools. There are tons of them available. The more we play around with them, the more comfortable we'll become, and the better we'll understand how to leverage AI to our advantage.
It's like anything new, the best way to learn is by doing.
Yeah,
Don't just read about it.
right.
Jump in and get your hands dirty.
And finally, the blog emphasizes communication and collaboration skills.
Okay.
In an AI-driven world, we'll be working in increasingly complex and interconnected environments.
Right.
being able to clearly communicate our ideas,
Uh,
actively listen to others,
yeah.
and work effectively in teams, those skills will be gold.
It's not just about talking to machines, it's about talking to each other, understanding different perspectives, and building strong relationships.
Exactly. All those soft skills, that human touch, that's what will set us apart in the future of work.
This is starting to paint a much more optimistic picture.
I think so.
It's not about being replaced by robots. It's about evolving alongside them,
Yeah,
becoming even more human in the process.
that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And let's zoom out a bit and consider the bigger picture.
You mean the impact of AI on society as a whole?
Right. We've talked about the skills we need, but what about the broader challenges and opportunities that AI presents?
Yeah, let's talk about
The
that.
blog delves into this as well, and it's where things get really interesting.
Let's start with the challenges. What are some of the potential downsides of AI that we need to be aware of?
Well, one of the biggest concerns is job displacement. As AI gets more sophisticated,
Right.
it can automate more tasks,
Uh-huh.
potentially leading to job losses in certain sectors.
It's the fear that's been looming over this whole conversation, robots taking our jobs.
And while it's important to approach this with a realistic perspective,
Yeah.
it's not a simple equation of robots replacing humans. The blog stresses that this is where reskilling and upskilling become crucial. We need to make sure people have the opportunity to learn new skills and adapt to the changing job market.
So it's about providing pathways for people to transition into new roles rather than simply being left behind.
Exactly. And it's not just about individuals either. The blog highlights the potential for AI to widen existing inequalities.
Oh,
If the benefits of AI aren't distributed fairly,
right.
it could create a larger gap between the haves and the have-nots.
So it's not just about the technology itself.
Yeah.
It's about how we as a society choose to use it. We need to be mindful of the ethical implications and ensure that AI benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of ethical implications,
Yeah,
there's also the issue of bias in AI algorithms.
right.
Remember how we talked about AI systems being trained on data?
Uh-huh.
Well, if that data is biased,
Right.
the AI can perpetuate and even amplify those biases,
Yeah.
leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes.
It's a reminder that AI is a tool created by humans, and it reflects our own biases and limitations. If we're not careful, we could end up creating a system that reinforces existing inequalities.
That's a very real danger. So while AI offers incredible opportunities,
Hmm.
we need to be mindful of these potential pitfalls and work to mitigate them. The blog underscores the importance of ethical considerations in AI development. We need to be thinking about the potential consequences of our actions and working to ensure that AI is used for good.
It's not enough to simply create powerful technology.
Right.
We have a responsibility to use it wisely and ethically.
Exactly. Now, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about the positive side of AI. The blog doesn't just focus on the challenges, it also explores the incredible potential of this technology to revolutionize our lives for the better.
Okay, let's hear some good news.
All right.
Tell me about these amazing possibilities.
Well, think about healthcare again.
Mm.
We talked about AI assisting with diagnoses,
Uh-huh.
but it goes even further.
Okay.
AI can help develop personalized treatment plans,
Wow.
discover new drugs and therapies, and even assist with surgeries. It has the potential to dramatically improve healthcare outcomes and help people live longer, healthier lives.
It sounds like AI could be the key to unlocking a whole new era of medicine,
I think so.
where treatments are tailored to each individual
Right.
and diseases are detected and treated before they even become a problem.
That's the vision. And it's not just limited to healthcare. AI can revolutionize education by personalizing learning experiences,
Okay.
tailoring content to individual students' needs and learning styles.
Wow.
Imagine a world where every student has access to an AI tutor that understands their strengths and weaknesses
Right.
and helps them learn at their own pace.
It's like having a personal teacher available 24/7, guiding you every step of the way.
Exactly. And what about transportation? We're already seeing the rise of self-driving cars,
Right.
powered by AI.
Yeah.
This technology has the potential to reduce accidents, improve traffic flow, and make transportation more accessible for people who are unable to drive themselves.
Self-driving cars still feel futuristic to me,
I know.
but it seems like they're getting closer to reality every day.
They are. And while there are still challenges to overcome, the potential benefits are significant. And it doesn't stop there. The blog even talks about AI being used to address some of the world's most pressing problems,
Okay.
like climate change and poverty.
Okay, now we're talking. Tell me how AI can help us save the planet and create a more equitable world.
AI can be used to optimize energy consumption,
Mm-hmm.
develop renewable energy sources,
Okay.
and even predict and prevent natural disasters. It can also help us understand and address the root causes of poverty
Yeah.
by improving access to education and healthcare, creating new job opportunities, and even providing personalized financial advice.
Wow. The possibilities are truly mind-blowing. It sounds like AI could be a powerful force for good in the world if we use it wisely.
Exactly. But it's important to remember that AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil.
Hmm.
The blog reminds us that we have a responsibility to ensure that AI is developed and used ethically and responsibly.
It's like we're at a crossroads. We have this incredibly powerful technology at our fingertips,
Right.
and it's up to us to decide how we're going to use it. We can create a future where AI benefits all of humanity,
Yeah.
or we can let it exacerbate existing inequalities and lead to unintended consequences.
It's a choice we need to be making consciously and collectively. And that brings us back to the idea of individual agency.
I'm ready to hear more about that. How can we as individuals navigate this AI revolution and make sure it leads to a future we can all be proud of?
Well, let's explore that in the next segment.
Okay, so we've talked about the skills we need
Right.
and the potential impact of AI on society,
Yeah.
but this blog post keeps coming back to the idea of individual agency.
Yeah.
What does that even mean in the face of like such massive technological change?
It's a great question. And I think sometimes it's easy to feel like powerless,
Yeah.
when we think about these huge technological shifts.
Right.
But the blog's message is actually very empowering.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that we're not just passive bystanders
Right.
in this AI revolution.
Uh-huh.
We have choices to make
Yeah.
and actions we can take to shape how AI impacts our lives and the world around us.
So it's not about waiting to see what happens, it's about actively participating in shaping the future of AI.
Exactly. The blog emphasizes that we have more control than we might think.
Okay.
We can choose to learn about AI, experiment with AI tools,
Yeah.
and advocate for ethical AI development and use.
Mm-hmm.
We can be informed citizens demanding transparency and accountability from those developing and deploying these powerful AI systems.
I see.
It's about recognizing that the future of AI isn't predetermined. It's being written right now,
Wow.
and we all have a role to play in shaping it.
I love that idea that we're not just along for the ride, we're actually co-creating the future of AI.
Yeah.
Where do we even begin? It all feels so big and complex.
Well, the blog offers some really practical advice,
Okay, good.
and it starts with something we've already touched on, embracing lifelong learning.
Right.
The skills that are in high demand today might be obsolete tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to be constantly adapting and evolving.
Makes sense.
This means being curious, seeking out new knowledge and skills,
Right.
whether it's through formal education, online courses, or simply reading and exploring new areas that spark our interest.
It's like that saying, the only constant is change. And in the age of AI, that's truer than ever.
Absolutely. The pace of technological change is only accelerating.
Right.
So instead of resisting it,
Yeah.
we need to embrace it.
Okay.
Become comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
With stepping outside our comfort zones and learning new things.
So ditch the fear of the unknown and dive headfirst into learning.
Exactly. And the blog also encourages us to get hands-on experience with AI tools. There are so many amazing AI-powered apps and platforms available today.
I know there are.
Many of them even free.
Yeah.
We can use them to automate tasks, gain insights from data,
Right.
and even enhance our creativity.
I like that.
The more we experiment,
Yeah.
the more comfortable we'll become with AI,
Yeah.
and the better equipped we'll be to leverage its power in our work and personal lives.
It's like anything new, the best way to learn is by doing. Don't just read about AI, jump in and try it out.
I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way.
Yeah.
That's part of the learning process.
So step 1, embrace lifelong learning.
Yeah.
Step 2, get hands-on with AI tools. What's step 3?
Step 3 is to engage in conversations about AI ethics and policy.
Okay.
We need to be thinking critically about the potential implications of AI
Mm-hmm.
and advocating for its responsible development and use.
Yeah.
This could involve joining online forums, attending conferences, or simply talking to our friends and family about these issues.
Right.
It's about becoming informed citizens, raising our voices,
Right.
and demanding that AI serves humanity, not the other way around.
That makes a lot of sense. The more we talk about these issues,
Yeah.
the more awareness we raise, and the more likely we are to create a future where AI is a force for good in the world.
Absolutely. And these conversations need to happen at all levels in our homes, in our workplaces, in our communities, and in our governments. It's about making sure that everyone has a voice in shaping the future of AI.
This has been an incredibly eye-opening conversation. I'm walking away feeling much more empowered and optimistic about the future of AI.
That's wonderful to hear. And remember, this deep dive is just a starting point. The blog post we discussed today is a great resource,
Yeah,
but there's a whole world of information and resources out there.
right.
I encourage you to continue exploring, learning, and engaging with the AI revelation.
To our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
If you want to explore this topic further, we highly recommend checking out the blog post we discussed today for a deeper dive on your own. And remember, the future of AI is in our hands. Let's make it a future we can all be proud of. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep shaping the future.